Welcome back to my F1 22 PPR League race for round 6 of the Belgian Grand Prix. As things currently stand going into this round, we are first in the championship, but we are only leading by 1 point. We're going to be getting into this Belgian Grand Prix. It's going to be raining throughout qualifying. It's going to be getting worse as the qualifying session goes on, so we're going to need to try and be on the right tyres at the right time. Without any further ado, let's get into the live comms.
All right, what's the weather?
Raining. We need to go out straight away. Yeah, I can see drizzle right now. We got to put a lap in, regardless. Yeah. I'm going to keep it in standard, okay? I don't know whether inters would have been better.
Well, the thing is, when it becomes inter, it will stay inter, so it's not going to get worse.
Okay, so it's best just to do a lap.
Yeah, and then don't crash.
Right, I'm going to push now.
Good luck. Don't crash. That's like the #1 mission.
Yeah, copy. Fuck it, there's no grip at all. Yeah, fuck it. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I can't even start. I don't know if you just saw that.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Oh, Jesus.
We'll get a lap in.
Okay, well, nobody's got a dry lap in, so...
Yeah.
That's good. 57.1 is the best at the moment, and there's 4 laps on the board. It's a decent lap, by the way.
No, it's not. It's 2 minutes.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Your sector 1 looks good. At the moment, we're driving on 80%. So.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting worse.
It is going to get worse, but it's not worse yet.
Invalidated. How have I invalidated there? No, it is worse, honestly, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's worse. I'm losing time. What's the wet time, by the way? On full wets.
155 in TT.
I think I've done a 158. I reckon I put wets on and go because I reckon I can improve.
Yeah, this is going to be very close. You need to like hot lap mode on and standard it. You can make it.
Yeah, I reckon I can.
20 seconds. Right, go. I'll be silent.
Yep. Here we go then. Let's get ourselves ready for our qualifying lap around Belgium. As you saw, we completely mucked it up with the soft tyres and the intermediate tyres. We went out too late for the soft tyres to work. And when we went on the soft tyres, we probably should have gone out on the intermediates. By the time we did go on the intermediates, it was far too slow. As you can see right now, out of the first corner on these brand new extreme wet tyres, we've already gained a 1/10 of a second before we've got to the Eau Rouge Radion section. There we go, gaining another 1/10 of a second out of that section as well. We're going to be gaining time all the way through this lap. As you can see, we're currently down in P11, the lowest we've actually qualified so far this season. Apart from Bahrain, where we missed out on qualifying, all of our other qualifying sessions have been in the top 2. So we've been very consistent in terms of qualifying. We're going to need to try and find an incredible lap to try and get ourselves back up there. Luckily, I think there's a lot of drivers who did set their intermediate best lap time on the transitioning conditions between intermediates and full wets. As you can see, we've already gained half a second on our best lap time, and the track is coming to us as this session goes on. It's going to be getting wetter and wetter as we go through this lap. Of course, this is the final lap of the session. We've not got enough time to go for one more. So through the left now of the chicane. Only a few corners left to go. We're about 7 up on our previous best lap time. Exiting through Stavelot and then going on to the long, flat-out section of Blanchimont. A 1 second improvement on our best lap time. This is definitely going to see us rise through the standings in this qualifying order. Through the left of Blanchimont, having to lift off just a little bit. And now we're going to have to get our braking point perfect for the bus stop chicane. We get it spot on the brakes, get the car tucked in for the right, then the left, and then exiting the corner. And as we do, it is a whopping 1.5 second improvement, which is going to be good enough to put us P7.
Woo!
Okay, there we go. There we go. Bit of a fucking comeback there.
Whew. Oh shit! How did you just pull that off? 1 lap.
Go, mate. Nah, we just got caught out every single time just going on at the wrong tyre. Like when we went soft, we should have gone inters. When we went inters, we should have gone wets.
Yes.
So
it switched so fast.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
That's good recovery there. I mean, every position counts. We finished P7. It's a beautiful thing. No, Dirk just spun it. Literally right in front of me, just goes sideways. And Alex, it's a Red Bull double spin. You know, Alex. Let's go then. It's race time here in Belgium. The 5 lights are on. It is raining once again. It is lights out and away we go. And we get a great start compared to Blanc there in the Alpine on the right-hand side. We're going to have a nice tidy line up the inside into the first corner as well as we go side by side with Razin. Razin, though, keeping it wheel to wheel with us as we can now go downhill into Eau Rouge and Radion. We get better traction using our ERS, being a little bit braver than Razin on the early stage of this lap. But as you're now going to see, we're running slightly more downforce compared to the Alpine drivers. He's going to be so much quicker than us in a straight line. We're using our ERS. There's nothing really we can do to defend against that. But Razin just gets his braking point a little bit wrong as he heads into the Lecombe section. We're going to go round the outside of the second part, get the inside line to this next part, and there we go, solidifying ourselves up into P5. So far, a really good start from us. Now looking on the attack of Alex Budd, who goes a little bit wide through Pouon and then just tucks in on the inside, leaves us enough room, but I am not a brave man to stick my nose up there. I don't want to risk anything. I'm fighting for a championship right now. We have a lot of time. We still have 22 laps to move our way to the front of the grid, and my rival TJD is behind us. We have a look up the inside into the bus stop chicane. Didn't actually mean to make that overtake, just Alex was a little bit slow on the brake, so in order to get out of the way of him, I had a look up the inside, but we compromised our exit and Alex regains the position. But once again, now having a look up the inside, this time I am going for it up the inside into the first corner. We know we have the downforce there on Alex. We know we're better on the brakes. We have to get this move done now a little bit earlier than we would have liked, because Darian, Dirk and the leader Ox are all getting away from us. But we get that complete, and looking in our mirrors, it looks like Alex and Razin had a little coming together on the exit. So very happy not to be involved with that. Virtual safety car has been deployed now, and we're going to get it all slowed down as we're about to get running once again halfway through the lap, and Darian makes a big mistake, getting himself a drive-through penalty. That is amazing for us, because it's going to allow us to get an easy overtake, a free position, and move ourselves onto the podium after starting 7th in this race. And Dirk Chocolate has unfortunately been kicked from the session. He's just about got back in, but a little bit too late, as we've got an easy overtake on his AI car, and we move up into 3rd position, which should be 2nd place at the end of this lap, as Darian is going to come into the pits. There he goes, Darian into the pit lane, and look at that, within 2 laps we've gone from 7th on the grid up into P2, and quite a bit ahead of our championship rival TJD. Now Ox has kind of cemented himself as a rival in recent weeks, racing very hard with him at the Austrian Grand Prix. And he was so much quicker than myself. The safety car has been deployed here on lap 3 of the race. As you can see, the Delta having a few issues with that, really having to come to a halt now to make sure that we do not get a drive-through penalty. Just about getting that in the nick of time. But Ox leading the way, safety car has been deployed, and like I was saying, Ox becoming a bit more of a championship leader or championship contender for us in recent weeks. He's a little bit off in the points at the moment, but if he keeps on having these great results, it's only going to be a matter of time before he is up there. Let's have a little check in with the team comms.
Stay out for wets, yeah? Stay out for wets. It's not, yeah? It's not wet enough, it's not dry enough for inters, correct? Yes, stay out. Yes. Okay, cool, thank you. Don't worry, Ant.
I'm not sure.
Listen to my tone.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, yeah.
I got you.
We're not the only people listening to this. As I said, let me know at last minute. You don't need to tell me now.
There we go then, trying to kind of bait the other drivers into doing something different. We always knew we were going to be coming onto the intermediate tyres. I knew what the weather was doing. I knew I was going to come into the inters. So I just wanted to let Ruta know, my engineer, that we would go onto the wet. So try and get anybody who was listening into the live stream to try and do the opposite. And it looks like it has worked an absolute treat, as Ox, at the moment, staying out on the full wets. Now, it is the right decision to stay on the full wets for the time being. It is currently extreme wet conditions. He is on the right strategy. Mark, the engineer, hasn't told them to come into the pits for inters. However, we, looking at the telemetry of what the track is going to do, it is going to be intermediate conditions by the time we get to around the safety car restart. They may have 1 or 2 laps on the wets, but by the time that the safety car comes in, the intermediate tyres are going to be the best tyre to go for.
Dirk is P10 on softs.
What?
He's going to be driving on softs for 15
Oh,
minutes
he's
straight.
definitely done the wrong thing. There's no way he has done that.
It's 71% in 15 minutes.
Nah, duh.
It's 49%. It's 49%.
No way.
So Dirk and P10 on soft, Darian Alfie
Box
on
boxes,
Inters in
conflicted
P11.
boxes. We're in the lead.
Good. Vamos.
Need those guys back there to catch up.
And just like that, like we predicted, the other drivers are now realizing that we have made an insane strategy call, and they're also coming into the pits for intermediate tyres. Interestingly enough, my championship rival TJD not doing the same as everybody else. He's staying out on the full wet tyres. Now, he is going to be the quickest driver on track for about 1 or 2 laps, but by the time he comes into the pits, it is going to lose him time. So really, he's going to be hoping for a safety car to not lose out on as many positions. As the safety car is coming in on this lap, we are the leader. We are dictating the pace of this race right now through the last corner, through the right, and then we're going to open up the left, and we're going to get this race back underway on lap 6 for the Belgian Grand Prix, and we have absolutely shot off on the restart, heading down into the first corner. We've already got a 1-second lead over TJD, running a little bit wide on the first corner due to those cold tyres. As you can see, 63 degrees at the moment. Not where we want them to be. Want to get them up to the 70s. It's going to take a while as the conditions aren't quite suited to the intermediate tyres just yet. But skipping ahead, 1 lap later, TJD right on the back of me, and compared to the other intermediate runners, we already have a 6-second lead, just showing how quick we are on these intermediate tyres. TJD, though, on the wets, the better tyres at the moment, does get the overtake on us, but it's only going to be a matter of time before he has to come into the pits, and we are going to regain the lead of this race. So that's fine with me. I don't want to lose too much time battling with TJD. I want to extend my gap over the rest of the drivers, and it doesn't even matter because now the safety car has been deployed. Really not happy with the timing of that one. You know, when you're in the mid pack, you want safety cars. When you're leading, especially by 6 seconds up the road, the safety car is the last thing that you want. Especially as my championship rival TJD is actually going to gain quite a bit out of this. I don't think he's going to drop down too far down the order, and we are going to be holding first position, try and form back up behind the safety car. So TJD in the pits at the moment, switching over from those wet tyres to intermediates, as the track is definitely now at an intermediate stage, or it will be in 1 or 2 laps. So by the time this safety car restart happens, we are going to be back to the intermediate tyres once again. So far, this race has gone perfectly. Starting in P7, worked our way up through the field, and now behind a safety car leading the way.
Oh, what the hell? Apparently I've just overtaken the safety car. I've been disqualified.
Oh my god, not that glitch.
No. We got a call for a red flag there, surely.
It's never plain sailing on F1 22. A safety car glitch where it disappeared behind me has now meant that I have been disqualified from the race. But whilst this was going on, there was a few other issues for everybody else. So Dirk Chocolate, earlier on, we said that he pitted for dries. That was a glitch as well. He couldn't actually select the intermediate tyres, would only be able to pit for dries. So red flag. Lobby was reset from lap 8 of the Grand Prix, which meant TJD is now in the lead. So effectively, staying out on the wet tyres has got him into the lead of this race.
Right, come on, Aiden. Get this dub. And Thibaut, get this recovery. I'm going to keep you guys updated on the tyres.
Yeah, cheers, boy.
Oh, wow, what a parking, Thibaut. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm the GOAT, man.
You came in with so much speed. All right, good luck.
Cheers, boy.
5 lights on then, the lights are on, the engine's revving, we're going racing for the second time of the Belgian Grand Prix, and it is an incredible start from us. Look at that. Beautiful start, and then we completely buck it up into the first corner, braking a little bit too late, and that allows TJD to take back the lead of this race. So the good news as well with the restart is we were allowed to have our teammate Thibaut Courtois back into the lobby, the best goalkeeper in the world right now. is back in the lobby for his home Grand Prix. As we're tucking in the slipstream of TJD, heading down the Kemmel straight in towards the Lecom section, but we break a little bit too late, a little bit of contact there with TJD, but lucky not to get any damage whatsoever. Unfortunately, that does allow Darian the inside through the right-hander. And Darian with the better traction. Just everybody seems to be a little bit quicker than me. Whilst we were so quick in those intermediate conditions earlier on, because there was not enough time to get the setup that we had on previously, we didn't have the correct setup on, meaning we were just slower. We mucked something up there, unfortunately, and that has cost us a lot of time in this race. So where we went from being the quickest in the intermediate conditions, we're now one of the slowest. But the safety car's back out. Ox is out of the race, which quietly is good news for us. We were speaking earlier of how he is slowly starting to become a bit of a championship contender if he keeps on performing like he did in Austria, and more races like that, and then hopefully we don't have to worry too much about him, just worry about TJD. But Darian, a little bit of a mistake through there. Doesn't look like he got any damage though. Got a bit lucky with that one, losing the rear end, touching, I think it was the rear left tyre up against the barrier. But if you want to touch a tyre up against the barrier, the rears are the best one to do it, because they're the least likely to be damaged on the car. It's not like real life Formula 1. As you can see, this setup that we have currently got on, not too sure what was different compared to the first one, but we're going quickest in the middle sector. That is where we're gaining a lot of time on the others, but they're just so quick in Sector 1 and Sector 3. So I think, you know, through the corners, we're as good as we were before. It's just we're losing out on the straights because there's something we've mucked up with tyre pressures or something like that. As you can see, though, everybody into the pit lane now for the Belgian Grand Prix, and we are all making the switch to the dry tires. You can see right now it's not raining out on track, but there is still a bit of spray. So it's going to take a couple of laps to get rid of that spray till it's back to complete dry running. But by the time the safety car comes back in, we should be dry running once again, as Darian a little bit further up ahead of us. So is TJD. The bad news here is it allows the likes of Blanc, Hallam Eilert as well to also be right on our tail. And we are already struggling with straight line speed, so we could become a bit of a sitting duck in this race. But we're going to get about 2 laps left of running. No DRS will be activated, so it's all going to have to be down to the setups of the cars and also the driving skill through the corners. Can we gain any positions in this race? Can we get back into second or first position, not lose out points to our championship rival TJD? He's got us back underway for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's a bad restart there for Darian. He's weaving all over the place, trying to get some temperature into his tyres. Have a little look up the inside, but a much better exit from Darian. His traction so much better than us. We can't find the grip on that wet line still, and Darian manages to hold the second place in this race. He's now going to go on the attack of TJD, try and hunt down the Aston Martin driver, my championship rival in this series. Darian right on the back of TJD now as we're about to enter the final lap of this race. We have a little look up the inside, but can't quite make it stick, as we've got Hallam Eilert having a look on our rear end as well. He's all over the back of us. Thankfully, there is no DRS to allow them to overtake us. Everybody getting fastest lap except for myself. So clearly we do not have the pace in this second restart after the red flag, which is really unfortunate. So I definitely think we had a car capable in the first part of the race to take the race win. Now hunting down Darian and TJD so much quicker than us in these flat out sections. I'm not using my ERS yet. Hallam Eilert is not close enough to go for the overtake. We know we're quicker in sector 2, and we're going to use all of our ERS at the end of the lap to try and see if we can pick off any places with those guys flashing on the battery. Darian, though, all over the back of TJD at the moment, trying his best to get past. Has a little look in towards the Rivage corner. Can't quite get it done up there. Now into No Name through the left. There's no overtaking opportunity through there. We really hug the inside of that corner. Hallam Eilert still keeping 5/10 off our tail at the moment. Heading through the left of Pouon. Darian still right on the back of TJD. He's going to have a look up the inside into the chicane, but he can't quite get the car up enough alongside. There's contact between the two of them. TJD closing the door, but I don't think it was a malicious attempt to close the door. I don't think he's going to get a penalty for that one, but it does move us up into second place. Now we're going to burn the battery, use all of it, and try our best to put ourselves onto the back of TJD, but I think he was smart in this race as well. He saved his battery for this long flat out section. There's no opportunity to go for TJD. We can't send it from this far back. TJD, with the best strategy of the day, holding out on those wet tires, is going to take the race win.
P2, good recovery. Fastest lap as well. Hang on a minute. Do we keep that? Do we keep that? Do we keep that? That's an extra point. Damn it, Dirk and Razin.
Raisin.
Oh, of course.